chosen one. God says, "Heaven has released your secret wedding invitation." This is not a symbol or a story. It is a living promise unfolding over your life right now. And if you turn away, you may miss a moment that was designed to shift your entire destiny. Heaven has released your secret wedding invitation means that I have chosen you for a divine union, a sacred covenant that will bind you to blessings, purpose, restoration, and intimacy with me in a way you have never known before. This invitation is not about a human ceremony alone. It is about your soul being prepared for a holy partnership and a higher calling that will mark a new season. What is about to happen is spiritual before it is physical, and it carries consequences for your future joy, stability, and influence. Comment, Amen. I am telling you this at the beginning because I do not want you to misunderstand what is unfolding. When heaven releases something, it means the decision has already been made in the eternal realm, and now the earthly pieces are aligning. You have wondered why certain connections ended, why some doors closed, and why your heart felt stretched beyond what you could explain. It was not rejection, it was preparation for covenant. I have been clearing the path so that the invitation I sealed over your life could be received without confusion or compromise. This secret wedding invitation speaks of union, but it also speaks of identity. You are not forgotten, overlooked, or second choice. You are chosen and set apart for something sacred. The reason it has felt hidden is because not every eye is meant to see what I am building in your life. I protect what is precious, and I guard what is destined. Within you, there has been a quiet longing for belonging that nothing else could satisfy. You tried to fill it with work, relationships, distractions, and even spiritual activity. Yet the deeper hunger remained because it was designed to be fulfilled through covenant, through divine alignment. This invitation represents the moment when longing meets fulfillment under my covering. Before you go any further, I ask you to like the video as an act of agreement with what I am speaking over your life. The invitation is secret because it is intimate. I do not announce every blessing publicly before it is time. There are things I whisper to your heart before I reveal them to the world. The secrecy was not exclusion, it was protection. I was shielding your promise from jealousy, doubt, and interference. What is coming is not rushed or accidental. It has been planned through years of unseen preparation. The person, the partnership, the calling connected to this covenant has also been shaped through refining fire. I do not bring two lives together carelessly. I align them through lessons, tears, growth, and surrender. This wedding invitation also symbolizes your deeper union with me. You are being drawn into closer intimacy, into a place where fear loses its voice and trust becomes your foundation. The world has tried to convince you that you must chase love, chase validation, chase security. But in my kingdom, love comes to you when you are positioned in obedience and faith. Comment 1212. You may have felt delayed, watching others celebrate while you waited in silence. You may have questioned whether you were overlooked or whether your chance had passed. I saw every tear and heard every silent prayer. Delay was not denial, it was divine timing. Heaven has released this invitation because the season has changed. What once felt distant is now approaching. The emotional walls you built for protection are being softened. The fear of disappointment is being replaced with steady assurance. I want you to understand that this is not only about romance, it is about covenant, purpose. A true divine union strengthens your calling rather than distracting from it. It multiplies your capacity instead of draining your spirit. There are habits and thoughts I have been gently correcting in you. I was not criticizing you. I was preparing you. I was teaching you how to love without losing yourself, how to trust without surrendering discernment, how to commit without fear. These lessons were part of the preparation for this invitation. Some relationships fell apart because they were not aligned with your destiny. You cried over what I was clearing away. You mistook my protection for loss. Now you will begin to see why certain connections could not continue. This invitation carries honor. It declares that you are worthy of covenant, not temporary affection. It declares that your value does not fluctuate with someone's mood. It declares that your future is not random. The enemy tried to convince you that you would always be alone, always misunderstood, always waiting. That was a lie spoken into your vulnerability. I have never written loneliness as your permanent story. I have written union, joy, and shared purpose. As this season unfolds, you will notice subtle confirmations. Conversations will feel different. Opportunities will align more naturally. Peace will replace anxiety. This is how you will know that what was released in heaven is manifesting on earth. Do not rush ahead of my timing, but do not shrink back in fear either. Stay attentive. Stay prayerful. Stay open. The invitation has been sent, and your response matters. You are chosen, and this covenant will not only bless you, it will refine you. It will call you higher. It will require maturity and grace, but it will also bring laughter, companionship, and shared strength. I am not playing with your heart. I am building your future. The wedding invitation from heaven is a sign that I have not forgotten your deepest desire for lasting love and divine alignment. It is proof that what you prayed for in secret was heard in eternity. Why are so many people saying this CIA ritual changed their life in only 7 seconds? This leaked CIA method is powerful and effective. A short brainwave technique, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping regular people move from broke to prosperous. Dream homes, cars, and trips are becoming possible. But this video could be taken down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments now before it is gone. There were nights when you questioned whether you were truly seen. You wondered if your patience was weakness or if your standards were too high. I was strengthening your discernment so you would not settle for something beneath what I prepared. I was teaching you the difference between attention and honor. This invitation is for a union that carries honor, not confusion. You must also know that preparation did not happen only in your life. The one connected to this covenant has been shaped through their own refining. They have faced loss, correction, and growth just as you have. I do not join 2 people who are unwilling to grow. I align hearts that have learned to surrender pride and embrace humility. The reason you felt stretched emotionally was because I was expanding your capacity. A covenant blessing requires a larger heart, a deeper patience, and a steadier spirit. You cannot carry something sacred with a restless soul, so I calmed you in seasons where you felt forced to wait. I was teaching you endurance so that when fulfillment arrived, you would not mishandle it. This invitation also signals restoration in areas you thought were permanently damaged. Past disappointments left scars that made you cautious. You guarded your heart because you did not want to bleed again. I never rebuked you for protecting yourself. I simply waited until you were strong enough to trust me beyond your fear. The enemy attempted to rewrite your identity based on rejection. He tried to convince you that you were difficult to love or destined to repeat painful cycles. But I have always known who you are. You are not defined by who left. You are defined by the covenant I have prepared. There is a difference between chasing and receiving. In past seasons, you may have chased understanding, affection, or reassurance. In this new chapter, you will receive what is already aligned. You will not need to beg for clarity or fight for basic respect. The peace surrounding this union will speak louder than grand gestures. I want you to remain grounded as things begin to shift. Do not let excitement push you into fear of losing what has not even begun. What I establish, I sustain. Trust that I am able to protect what I give you. The invitation came from heaven, not from human effort. Comment 1111. This covenant is also connected to purpose beyond the two of you. Your union will influence others in ways you cannot yet see. It will become a testimony of healing and faithfulness. People who thought love always ends in disappointment will witness something different through your story. I am not only blessing you, I am using you. There may still be moments of uncertainty as you transition into this new season. Change always carries a measure of vulnerability. But vulnerability under my covering is not weakness, it is growth. I am guiding every step so that nothing unfolds outside my awareness. I need you to release the belief that you must be perfect to receive this blessing. Growth is ongoing, and I am not waiting for flawless behavior before I fulfill my promise. What I look for is sincerity, humility, and willingness. Those qualities have been growing in you quietly. As heaven released this invitation, it also released favor over your decisions. Doors connected to distraction will close more clearly. Opportunities aligned with covenant will feel natural and steady. You will sense confirmation not through chaos but through calm assurance. This is how my guidance will show itself. Do not compare your timeline to anyone around you. Every story unfolds at a different pace. I am not late in your life. I am precise. What felt like delay was strategic positioning. The loneliness you endured was not wasted. It taught you self-awareness and deepened your relationship with me. It strengthened your voice and clarified your boundaries. Those lessons will now protect what I am bringing into your life. You will begin to notice your perspective shifting. Instead of fearing heartbreak, you will anticipate partnership. Instead of doubting stability, you will expect consistency. This change in expectation is part of your transformation. I am renewing your mind so that you can receive without sabotage. There will be conversations that feel different from anything you have experienced before. You will sense mutual respect and shared direction. You will recognize that this is not built on temporary excitement. It is built on foundation. When fear tries to resurface, remind yourself that this invitation was not written in insecurity. It was written in heaven. I do not send counterfeit blessings. I send what aligns with my will and your growth. You are not stepping into this alone. I am present in every interaction, every decision, every adjustment. Invite me into your communication. Seek my guidance before reacting. A covenant that honors me will remain steady. Comment 777. I also want you to guard against self-sabotage. Sometimes when something good approaches, you instinctively prepare for loss. You look for flaws to justify withdrawal. This is a pattern formed from pain, not from truth. I am breaking that pattern now. Trust will not grow overnight, but it will grow steadily. Be patient with yourself and with the other person. Allow space for learning each other's rhythms. Remember that maturity does not mean absence of imperfection. It means commitment to growth. This season will require honesty. Speak openly about your fears and hopes. Do not hide behind silence. Vulnerability, shared in wisdom, builds intimacy. As you move forward, keep your identity anchored in me. Do not lose your spiritual focus because of new joy. Let your union strengthen your faith, not replace it. I must remain the center for everything else to remain balanced. The invitation from heaven was also a declaration that your season of confusion is ending. You will not have to guess where you stand. You will not have to analyze every word for hidden meaning. Clarity will replace anxiety. I am aligning circumstances in ways you cannot see yet. Meetings that appear ordinary will carry significance. Decisions that seem small will open larger doors. Remain attentive and prayerful as these shifts occur. You are stepping into a covenant marked by purpose, peace, and shared growth. It will not be perfect, but it will be guided. It will not be without challenge, but it will be covered. Through it, you will discover a new dimension of my faithfulness. What is really behind the 7-second brain technique that is creating new millionaires? A surprising CIA leak has revealed a short brain ritual that is helping normal people erase debt and attract serious wealth. With validation from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into a better life. Homes, cars, and vacations are becoming reality. But the government could remove this at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. You have entered a time where your discernment must stay sharp. Not every voice around you will understand what I am doing. Some will project their fears onto your progress. Others may question the pace or the direction. Stay anchored in my guidance, not in the opinions of those who cannot see what I revealed to you. There were seasons when you doubted whether you were emotionally ready for something lasting. I allowed you to face your insecurities so they would no longer control you. I exposed hidden fears not to shame you, but to free you. You are stronger now because you faced what once intimidated you. This strength will protect your covenant from unnecessary damage. Do not confuse vulnerability with weakness. To open your heart after disappointment requires courage. To believe again after loss requires faith. I am honoring your courage. I am responding to your faith. This union will challenge you to grow in areas you avoided. Communication will demand honesty. Differences will require patience. But these challenges will not break you. They will shape you. You must remember that love is a daily choice. It is not sustained by feelings alone. It is sustained by decisions rooted in commitment. When heaven released your invitation, it also released grace for those daily decisions. There will be moments when you are tempted to retreat into old habits, silence when you should speak, distance when you should lean in. I am gently reminding you now that growth happens through engagement, not avoidance. Face challenges with humility rather than defensiveness. Comment 333. I am also calling you to guard your thoughts. Negative assumptions can quietly erode trust. If you allow past wounds to dictate present reactions, you will sabotage what I built. Replace suspicion with communication. Replace fear with prayer. This covenant will reveal areas where healing is still needed. Do not be discouraged by that revelation. Healing is ongoing, and I am committed to completing what I started in you. The presence of growth does not mean the absence of blessing. Your union will become a place of mutual encouragement. When one of you feels weary, the other will offer strength. When doubt whispers, faith will answer. This balance will not happen by accident. It will happen because both of you choose alignment with me. You may wonder why I allowed you to experience such deep loneliness before this season. Loneliness taught you to depend on me first. It stripped away illusions and clarified your values. Now you enter covenant with a clearer understanding of who you are. Do not idolize this blessing. Even a sacred union must not replace your relationship with me. Keep your priorities aligned. When I remain at the center, everything else finds its proper place. There will be days filled with laughter and lightness. There will also be days that require patience and forgiveness. Do not measure the health of your covenant by the absence of difficulty. Measure it by your commitment to work through difficulty together. I am establishing something that will outlast emotional highs and temporary lows. This is a partnership rooted in purpose. Together, you will serve, build, and influence beyond what either of you could accomplish alone. Comment 555. You are not entering this blindly. I have given you insight through previous experiences. Lessons learned from past relationships will now serve you. What once caused pain will now provide wisdom. Nothing you endured was wasted. I am also reminding you to remain humble. Pride can quietly undermine even strong foundations. Stay teachable. Stay willing to admit when you are wrong. Apologize quickly and forgive sincerely. The secret nature of this invitation meant that I was cultivating maturity away from public scrutiny. Not every stage of growth needs an audience. What I develop in private becomes stable in public. As this covenant unfolds, you will experience moments of clarity that confirm my hand in it. You will look back and see how events aligned with precision. Connections that seemed random will reveal intentional design. I need you to trust that I am present even in disagreements. Do not assume that conflict means something is wrong. Sometimes conflict is simply the process of two individuals learning to move as one. Approach it with respect rather than fear. Your words will carry power in this season. Speak life over your union. Avoid careless language that invites negativity. Words can build or break. Choose them wisely. This covenant also represents restoration of hope. There were times when you questioned whether lasting love was even real. You saw examples of broken promises and unstable commitments. I am showing you that faithfulness still exists. Do not rush milestones out of impatience. Allow each stage to unfold naturally. Growth that is forced rarely remains stable. Growth that is nurtured becomes resilient. You will find that peace becomes your guide. When something feels forced or pressured, pause and seek me. When something feels steady and aligned, move forward with confidence. I am communicating through that peace. There will be moments when gratitude overwhelms you. You will realize that what you once begged for is now unfolding without struggle. Let gratitude deepen your humility. Remember where you came from and who sustained you. I am also strengthening your ability to listen. Listening is an act of love. It shows respect and creates understanding. Practice it consistently. As you step deeper into this covenant, remain aware that you are representing me. Your union reflects my character. Let kindness, patience, and integrity define your actions. You are entering a chapter where your story will inspire others quietly. You will not need to boast. Your stability will speak for itself. Those who once doubted will witness consistency and growth. Hold on to trust, even when emotions fluctuate. Feelings change, but commitment remains. Anchor yourself in what I declared rather than what you temporarily feel. The invitation from heaven was not a fleeting announcement, it was a covenant decree. Walk in confidence, not arrogance. Walk in gratitude, not entitlement. Is it time to try the same CIA secret ritual that is changing lives in seconds? A newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual that is transforming people overnight. Scientifically proven by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to attract money naturally. People who were once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and travel. But this secret may not stay online much longer. Click the description and comments now before it is removed. I am with you as you build this sacred partnership. I am guiding your steps and softening your heart. Continue to seek me daily. Continue to grow individually, even as you grow together. This chapter will require effort, but it will also bring fulfillment. You will discover strength in unity and clarity in shared vision. Remain faithful in small things. Remain consistent in love. There were parts of your heart you kept hidden even from yourself. You buried certain disappointments so deeply that you convinced yourself they no longer mattered. Yet they influenced how you reacted, how you trusted, and how you expected to be treated. I am gently uncovering those layers so that nothing unhealed interferes with what I am building. This sacred union will expose insecurities, but exposure is not destruction, it is illumination. When something is brought into light, it can finally be strengthened. I am not revealing weakness to shame you. I am revealing it to restore you. You must also understand that unity does not erase individuality. I created you with unique gifts, rhythms, and perspectives. Covenant is not about losing yourself. It is about bringing your full self into partnership with another who does the same. There will be times when you must choose patience over pride. You may feel misunderstood in a moment. You may feel tempted to withdraw rather than clarify. Remember that growth happens when you stay present instead of retreating. I am also cultivating emotional discipline within you. Not every feeling deserves immediate expression. Some emotions require reflection before reaction. When you pause and invite me into your response, you prevent unnecessary damage. Comment 999. The invitation from heaven also represents alignment in purpose. This union is not only for companionship, but for impact. Together, you will encourage faith in others through the way you treat one another. Your consistency will quietly challenge those who believe stability is impossible. I have been strengthening your resilience for this reason. Covenant demands perseverance. There will be seasons of ease and seasons of stretching. Through both, I remain your source of stability. Do not fear disagreement. Healthy dialogue refines understanding. When approached with humility, differences become opportunities for growth rather than division. Let respect guide your tone and your timing. There will be moments when external pressure tests your unity. Financial challenges, family expectations, and unexpected changes may arise. These pressures are not sent to destroy you. They reveal the strength of your foundation. Stay united in prayer. Invite me into decisions, both large and small. A covenant that seeks my wisdom will remain anchored even in uncertainty. You are also being taught to forgive quickly. Holding on to resentment creates distance. Releasing offense restores closeness. Forgiveness does not mean ignoring pain. It means choosing healing over bitterness. In this new season, vulnerability will deepen trust. When you share your fears honestly, you create space for reassurance. When you admit mistakes, you open the door for grace. This rhythm of honesty and grace will sustain your union. There may be days when you feel overwhelmed by responsibility. Commitment can feel heavy if you carry it alone. Remember that I am present in your partnership. You are not managing this covenant by your own strength. I am reminding you to celebrate small victories. Growth often happens quietly. A calm conversation where there would have once been conflict is progress. A patient response where there would have once been frustration is maturity. Comment 1010. Guard your unity from unnecessary comparison. Every relationship has its own rhythm, and challenges. What works for others may not be designed for you. Focus on what I am shaping in your specific story. The secrecy of your invitation protected it from premature exposure. Now that it is unfolding, protect it with discretion. Not every detail needs public commentary. Some moments are meant to be cherished privately. You are also learning balance. Balance between independence and togetherness. Balance between ambition and rest. Balance between leading and listening. This covenant will stretch your capacity for empathy. You will learn to see beyond your own perspective. You will practice patience when understanding does not come immediately. Empathy strengthens connection. I am aligning your values so that decisions flow from shared conviction rather than conflict. When you both seek truth and integrity, compromise becomes constructive rather than destructive. Do not allow temporary frustration to overshadow long-term commitment. Emotions fluctuate, but covenant remains. Anchor yourself in the promise I released, rather than the tension of a moment. There will be laughter that heals old wounds. There will be quiet evenings that feel like answered prayer. There will be shared goals that create momentum. These moments are not random. They are signs of alignment. I am also strengthening your ability to listen without defensiveness. Listening does not mean agreeing with everything. It means honoring the heart behind the words. When both of you practice this, misunderstandings dissolve more quickly. Trust is built through consistency. Show up for one another. Keep your word. Honor your commitments. Small acts of reliability build lasting security. As you grow together, continue growing individually. Maintain your spiritual discipline. Nurture your personal development. A healthy covenant thrives when both individuals remain rooted in growth. When doubt tries to whisper that something good will not last, remind yourself that this union was not created by chance. It was released from heaven with intention. I am sustaining what I initiated. There may be times when exhaustion tempts you to disengage. Choose communication instead. Express your needs clearly rather than expecting them to be assumed. Clarity prevents unnecessary conflict. Your union will not be defined by perfection but by perseverance. There will be moments of tension, but there will also be moments of profound connection. Through both, I am shaping character and strengthening unity. Remember that love is demonstrated through daily actions. Kind words, thoughtful gestures, willingness to compromise. These practices keep covenant alive. The invitation you received is not a guarantee of ease, it is a guarantee of my presence. With me at the center, you can navigate challenges with grace. Continue to choose gratitude. Gratitude softens the heart and renews perspective. It reminds you that what you once prayed for is now within reach. Why is the government trying so hard to hide this 7-second brain ritual? A major CIA leak has exposed a short brain practice that is helping ordinary people clear debt and welcome wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this simple home method is turning financial struggles into better lives. New homes, vehicles, and vacations are becoming possible. But this secret could be pulled down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears.